All right, and he's going to miss all of the wintry weather we're going to have here.
Yeah, really all along the Gulf Coast of the U.S. we're having some very wintry weather, but for sure here in Houston we're ready for that storm on Tuesday. But let's sort of start with tomorrow to begin with. First of all, you know there's more than one parade tomorrow morning. Well, I think it's the 10 a.m. one, which is the one our friend here at Fox 26, Nate Griffin from the morning, is co-grand marshal. And again, I think that's it's the Black Heritage one. I believe that starts at 10 a.m. But it doesn't matter what you're doing tomorrow morning. Be ready for some very cold temperatures. The feels like temperatures are going to be in the 20s, and you're just going to need to bundle up. Now, tomorrow is okay for most of the day to be out and about and moving. Those very last-minute preps that you haven't gotten taken care of, you can do that. This cold air is still working its way down, but the moisture won't really arrive until tomorrow evening. And when we get to the moisture, that's going to be turned into precipitation, and that's going to be wintry precipitation. And as we've talked about, we're expecting just about all the different kinds on Tuesday for different parts of our viewing area. We're going to dive into that here again in just a minute. Temperatures right now, it's 32 up in the Woodlands, Cypress at 33, 35 over in Missouri City. The folks down in Pearland sitting at 38 degrees right now, and those 30s are going to eventually end up in Galveston as well. They are already feeling like it's 32 degrees. And there's those feels like temperatures already in the mid-20s, and that's why that cold weather advisory is being issued through tomorrow morning because of the wind chill, the feels like temperatures. So again, we've got a couple phases here with this winter event that we're going through. It's very cold for tomorrow. And then we add in the precipitation on Tuesday, and then even colder once we get into Wednesday. Whatever type of precipitation that you find near you on Tuesday, it's still going to be there on Wednesday morning because our temperatures are so cold. There's just not going to be any time for it to either melt or evaporate or all the above. Here's tomorrow morning across the area as far as the thermometers. About 27 degrees is kind of the general number that we're putting for those overnight lows tonight. And then remember, each night moving forward, Tuesday night or Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, we're getting colder each time. Now let's talk about the winter storm warning. This is for that time period in which we're looking for the precipitation. So the winter storm warning itself is from 6 p.m. tomorrow until Tuesday at 6 p.m. I really think it's going to be after 10 o'clock p.m. before things really start to get active. But again, the Weather Service putting that out there just to make sure everybody's aware. Snow is going to be really for any of us. That freezing rain is going to be confined to our southern counties, our southern viewing area. And that's what we're going to look at first here with our first computer model, focusing on the freezing rain. That's the ice that gets on everything, whether it be branches or power lines or roadways, which is what we're most concerned with. That's going to be the concern with the southern portions of the viewing area. These numbers or these areas have decreased a little bit over time, so we're thankful for that. This is looking to be more of a snow event than an ice event, but we're certainly keeping the ice as a possibility, or is expecting some for sure. It's a high probability that we're going to see some of that. I just think it's going to be in a smaller area and impacting perhaps a few less people. Remember though, when we get this snow of anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, those isolated areas, maybe even 5 to 7 inches, that is definitely going to still cause some problems on the roadway. Here's what we're looking at as far as that snowfall goes. You'll notice that really anywhere across the area we could be expecting some snow, and here's that 2 to 4 inches that I talked about, and with the banding in the same places, it gets a little bit more focused, some higher amounts. So putting it all together in the 7-day, we're going to have that cold day tomorrow. We're going to have the wintry mix of precipitation on Tuesday. Wednesday's our coldest morning. Many of us are going to wake up in the teens, and then it's a very slow progress, but eventually by the time we get to Friday, we start to warm up some in the afternoon, and then a little bit more back to normal once we start the weekend on Saturday.